And good afternoon or early evening as it may be. Welcome to University of Tampa women's basketball as the Tampa Spartans get ready to take on the Rollins Tars in a big game for the Spartans. They've got a 3-game winning streak going and have climbed back into the ratings, ranked number 20th in the country. And a couple big wins on the road have got the Spartans at a 6-1 conference record. Tampa comes in 15-3 overall, 6-1 SSC. The Rollins Tars come in at 4-8, 1-6 in the SSC. Jack Ike, along with the Hall of Famer, two-time Hall of Famer, DeCarlo DeVoe, and on paper, a winnable game for the Spartans.
Well, I would tell you this, Jack. It is. Anytime you're at home, you want to guard your home court. Last time we were here, they suffered one of the last times they suffered a home loss to Eckerd, who was another top team in the conference. But let's hope that night doesn't repeat itself here. And Rollins, the school itself, they've been a formidable, both men and women's basketball, formidable opponent in this conference. So, but I'm a longtime Spartan for life, and let's just hope we bring it home tonight.
Spartans have had the last 2 games on the road interesting. They won last Saturday at Florida Tech, 65-38, a blowout. They were up at St. Leo a week ago tonight without LaShayla Wright-Ponder, without Dory Nodge, who, by the way, Dory is still out with a concussion protocol. And I texted you on the way to the game and said the women are losing by 29 with 15 minutes to go in the game. What's going on? They're missing their 2 best players. Tampa won in overtime.
And I tell you this.
And you saw the end, right?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I saw about midway through the 4th quarter, and then I saw the whole overtime. And had you not told me that, I would never have believed that they were down 29
points. With 15 minutes to go in the game. 29 would have been tough with 29 minutes to go in the game.
What a great effort by both Coach Jesse, Caitlin, his assistant, and the whole women's team.
So that's the stage for the Spartans. They did lose to Eckerd. Eckerd has fallen to 5-3 in conference play as the Spartans are sitting atop the conference. We'll take a quick break for the national anthem. Be ready. Well, we'll get you the starting lineups. As we mentioned, the Spartans have won their last couple games and a huge win at St. Leo and a big lopsided win at Florida Tech. The Tars have lost their last 4 games, including to Nova Southeastern, Lynn, Florida, Southern, and Berry by at least 20 points. So when I talk about this could be a winnable game, this is it. Starting lineups for today's game. For Lynn, they start number 1, Kimora Westerfeld, a senior from Dallas, Texas. Number 5 is Asia Newsom, a senior from Kissimmee, Florida, the First Academy. Number 24 is Yoke Tassent, a senior from Ormond Beach, Florida. Number 21 is Chanel Heredia, and she's a freshman from Kissimmee, Florida. They are coached by Glenn Wilkes Jr. Assistant coaches are Courtney Berry, Eddie Cole, and Tammy Stark. There's one other player for Rollins, and I didn't get the number 15, Grace Albert. Grace Alfieri, a 5'7" sophomore from Boca Raton. For the Spartans, they will start number 0, Kayla Bonilla, a senior from Columbus, Georgia. Number 2 is Aaliyah Abney, a senior from Rochester, New York. Number 5 is Audrey Ramsey, a freshman from Boca Raton. Number 24, Malia Sullivan, a 5'11 junior from Bartow, Florida. And number 23, Lashega Wright Ponder, a 6-foot grad student from Bloomington, Minnesota. Spartans are coached by Tom Jesse in his 20th year at the University of Tampa. The Spartans in the rankings, they have Aaliyah Abney, 7th in the conference in scoring. And she is also 4th in rebounding in the conference.
Yeah, she gets in there from her guard position. I mean, she's always chasing down rebounds. She's always in the mix of everything. She's a ball hawk.
Dory Nodge, who's not playing, is 10th in the conference in scoring, 4th in rebounding. And Malia Sullivan is 11th in the conference in scoring and 11th in the conference in rebounding.
I'll tell you this, without Dory, they're responding pretty well. So it'll be nice to see how she fits right back into that mix when she comes in. She's like a triple threat, inside, outside, scoring, defensively, and also her passing. She's a well-rounded player.
Rollins has no player in double figures scoring. The Spartans have 3. Spartans get the ball. That's Kayla Bonilla. She directs traffic. Tampa in white. Rollins in the blue with gold trim. Ramsey drives down the middle. Off the glass. Falls short. Wright Ponder with the rebound. Abney. She drives. Might be a charge. It is. I wondered if maybe she was in the cylinder at the time, but no.
Yeah, she just has to be careful going forward. You hate picking up that foul within the first minute.
Rollins running the offense. Out on the side, that's Westerfield. 3 on the way and in. Rattles it home. 3-0. Rollins takes the lead. 10 4-minute quarters in women's basketball, unlike men with 20-minute halves. Ramsey look to go backdoor. Sullivan is fouled on the play by Newsom.
But I'll tell you this, Jack. Looking at the Rollins team, they're height challenged, so it seems as if they're going to rely heavily on penetration and the kick out for threes.
Rollins' roster has 3 players listed at 6 feet or higher. They needed one there. None of them are available in this game.
Right. I noticed one was wearing a boot and another one was just in her pregame jumpsuit.
So a turnover on a pass to Ramsey. And the Tars bring it up court. That's Lean, who is the leading scorer. Westerfeld. Over to Tassant. Backs off. Jump shot on the way. Newsom rattles home. And Rollins has a 5-0 lead early. Maya Gusto quickly into the lineup as Bonilla taken out after that pass to Ramsey. Lashega Wright Ponder bodies in. Lefty no good. And a turnover gives it to Abney. Free throw line. Jumper. Spartans on the board.
Right, and with Rollins out to that 5-0 lead, that's why I say, no team is an easy game in this conference. But UT, with that score by Abney, it just, gets them on the board. Now we know it's a game.
Westerfield, top of the key. They swing it. Jumper on the way by Lean. No good. Spartans board. That's Sullivan. She can be a point guard for you as well. She drives. Nice little move. Layup and in. But they called the charge on the way in. So the second charge on the Spartans early in this game. Tassant to inbound to Westerfield. And the shot clock did not start. Stuck on 30. So they'll probably tick it down about 3 seconds. Or 4. And we resume.
Right, glad it wasn't just a moment of silence.
Lobbed inside, tipped away by a right ponder into the hands of Abney. Abney, nobody stops her, dishes to right ponder, blocked, and they call the jump ball, possession arrow to Rollins. Right ponder won't have that happen to her too often.
No, she. It seems like she prefers that left side always down in the low block area, and good penetration and pass by Abney.
Heredia, top of the key, they swing it to the side. That's Lean. Westerfield. Bounce pass inside to Heredia. Tries to body right ponder. She doesn't. And Spartans have the rebound. Gusto quickly up court. Gusto has been shooting lights out lately. I brought up her name so she'd shoot. She doesn't. Gives it to Ramsey, who knocks it down.
I guess she wants to join the party. And good unselfish play by Gusto.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this. You mentioned trying to body LaShayla Wright Ponder. Not too many people are going to be able to do that.
Definitely. 5-5 now, 3.5 minutes into the game. Tassant, jumper in the lane, no good. Right ponder with the board. Spartans come down. That's Gusto. Backs off. Bounce pass into Sullivan. Shot missed. Tries to get the rebound. Rollins controls. Drive. Newsom. Blocked by Sullivan. Gets the Spartan bench up.
Wow, she came out of nowhere. I thought Rollins had a layup, and wow. Great defensive recovery.
Rollins will inbound. That's Lean. Lobs it out high. Newsom. Westerfield. Heredia, double team, back out. Jumper by Westerfield, no good. Goes out of bounds, Spartan ball.
I'll tell you this, Kamora Westerfield, I was watching her in the pregame warm-up. She was shooting very well, so it's fortunate that she missed that open shot for the UT defense.
Full court pressure from Rollins now. Looks like a zone trap maybe. Gusto takes it across, they back off once they cross the timeline.
What that is, and I was talking about that earlier, that's just some mock pressure. But if you fall for it and make a turnover, of course they're going to capitalize. But it's just to keep the other team from getting up court and getting in their offensive sets right away. Just some little pressure.
Yeah, I would think the other thing, if you waste 10 seconds off the clock, that's 10 seconds less of the shot clock.
Exactly, and that's all it's designed to do.
Sullivan fouled on the drive. Will go to the free throw line.
Nice rotation, and she knocks down the first.
She's a 75% free throw shooter, averaging 12.6 a game. Leading scorer for the Spartans is Aaliyah Abney this year at 13-4. Dorian Hodge at 12-9. Not available to play, though.
They have a very balanced attack, and they more than make up for Dory's absence by committee. At first, it probably was a little shock to their system, but they're going well, especially with that comeback win at St. Leo, down 29.
Long jumper, no good. Into the hands of Ramsey. That was Lee missing the shot, just into the lineup. Aaron Lee, a sophomore from Brandon, Florida. Inside, right ponder, has it blocked. Coming back the other way is Tassant. Long three, good.
Oh, wow.
Lane drills that one from deep water.
Yeah, Rollins' colors are actually similar to Golden State Warriors. I just hope that they don't shoot like the Warriors tonight.
That had a little Steph Curry or Klay Thompson with that deep a shot.
Yes, it was.
Ends the Spartans 7-0 run. It's 8-7 Rollins. 4.5 minutes left in the quarter. Abney hands off to Ramsey. She has it knocked away. And they don't call a foul, or do they? They might have called Ramsey for the bump. They do.
Yeah, they do.
So a turnover and a foul.
Yeah, a little more careful with the passes. She all but put a stamp on it.
This is the under 5 timeout, so we'll take a break as well. 8-7, Rollins leads Tampa. We'll be right back. Spartans send Sullivan, Abney, Ramsey, Wright Ponder, and Gusto on the court. Gusto was the leading scorer in the last game to win at Florida Tech.
Yeah, she shot the ball magnificently.
Yeah.
Much heart. And interacting with her dad on the sidelines, now I understand why she's the Energizer Bunny. Her dad is full of positive and joyful energy, man.
She was a big part of the comeback at St. Leo, and then the leading scorer in the last game against Florida Tech. Rollins, Westerfield across the half-court line. Spartans, man-to-man. Now in the lineup is Pluvios, and she hits the jumper. It's a 2. It's 10-7.
Yeah, just got to get her out of that comfort zone now that you see that she's able to hit that. Just
Naya Pluvios, a senior from Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, get her off her sweet spot.
Sullivan lobs inside, Wright Ponder off the glass and in.
She's like right back at you.
Pluvios. Lee. Westerfield on the drive, pulls up with a runner and hits it. Number 1 guarding number 1.
Yeah. Westerfield looks like she's one of the leaders for this Rollins attack.
Gusto across the timeline. Dishes off to Sullivan. Skip pass stolen, ill-advised. We come back the other way. Tassant.
She had a nice pass into Wright Ponder, but she elected to try to skip it across court.
Offensive rebound. No good. Fighting for it. Another offensive rebound for Rollins. This is Tassant to the corner to Lean. Hits the shot, but a whistle called. And I think she stepped on the out-of-bounds line.
Wow.
Getting ready to load up on the shot.
Well, her misfortune is UT's fortune because they would have been +3 on that shot she hit from the corner. And luckily, she stepped out of bounds.
Substitutions for the Spartans. They get Kayla Bonilla back in the lineup. Also, Terry Battle comes in for Tampa. And number 32 is Danielle Delano. Delano from Connecticut. Bonilla, as we said, from Columbus, Georgia. And Terry Battle is from Chicago. Abney, pull up. Looks good, in and out. 12-9, still Rollins. Westerfield to the corner. That's Lee, tripped up by Gusto, and Gusto will be called for the foul.
Incidental contact, but nevertheless, it always is going to go the offense's way.
Substitutions for Rollins. Number 15, Grace Alfieri into the lineup. And number 11 is Caroline Schwartz. She is from Davidson, North Carolina. Also in for the Spartans is number 33, Eleanor Marcheski from Quebec, Canada. Delano and Marcheski bring some shooting into the game for the Spartans. There's a drive. Foul called, offensive foul. And we'll go the other way. The foul is called on Erin Lee.
And way to sacrifice your body, Maya Gusto, for the team. Yeah, I like Delano and Marcheski. They kind of bring, like they're both interchangeable. They could be a 3-4 and sometimes even a shooting guard type role. It makes this UT attack so much more diverse, both defensively and offensively.
Gusto looking to go inside, comes back out. That's Delano. She's going to drive, has an open lane, kind of lost her footing and just flinged it up to the corner. Deep three, Swartz off the rim, no good. Tracked down, another offensive rebound for Rollins. That's about the fourth they've had today.
Right.
On the drive, Pluvios, no good.
They got to get something going right here. Delano seemed to have the strong side.
Abney, short. Antosh fights for it, gets it into Abney. Smart play, and they get it back out. Shot clock reset. Antosh, ball fake, off the glass, in.
Oh, wow. Now, she deserved that play. She hustled. She got her offensive rebound, falling out of bounds, saved it, comes back in, gets the position, gets the ball, and banks it in for two. Great hustle.
Long three on the way by Pluvios. No good. Ramsey with the rebound. Marcheski, top of the key to Ramsey. Spartans work it around. Ramsey, Abney, Gusto, ball fake. Ramsey, free throw line jumper, in and out.
Oh, wow. Nice cut by Ramsey. Nice find by Gusto.
Under 2 now in the half. Little cat and mouse there. Jumper, no good. And Gusto with her 5th rebound of the game to go with her 8 points. Couldn't quite get it to Ramsey. Westerfield on the steal.
Great idea, but it was a good recovery by Rollins.
Jumper, no good. And a 6th rebound for the 5'2 Gusto.
5'2", playing like 6'2".
Marcheski. Gusto. Marcheski eyes the three. No good. Abney fights for it, but controlled by Pluvios.
It's a good-looking shot by Marcheski.
Oh, yeah. Spartans shooting 48% so far in the game, 14 of 29, 3 of 6 from deep. Rollins just 8 of 29, 27%.
Tell you that if they can continue that torrid shooting, I don't see any reason why they won't win this game.
Under a minute to go. Gusto driving Abney off the glass, won't go. Antosh fights for it, won't go, tips it out.
Good tip out.
Spartans control. Gusto with a three. That one wouldn't fall, but a good tip keeps the ball with the Spartans.
Tip kept alive by Antosh. Again, nice hustle, young lady.
They will have to shoot. 10 on the shot clock, 20 on the game clock. To the corner, Ramsey. Ball fake, jumper. Good. Audrey Ramsey knocks it down. She has 5. Lead is 13 with 10 seconds to go till half.
That ball hardly touched the net, Jack. Great shot.
5 seconds. Westerfield on the drive. Off the glass. Scoops it in. And that'll bring us to halftime. So the Spartans trailed by 4 at the quarter. Went on a 25-8 run here in the second quarter and own a 36-25 lead at the half. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back just before the start of the second half and get you updated on some stats and things. I'm trying to take a look and see if Justin Pekka is coming up or not. You coming up? All right, we'll keep it here.
Okay.
You want to talk to Coach, or do you want me to?
Oh, no, you could go ahead and have him. I just want to gloat about him being an expatriate turned Buccaneer fan all of a sudden. Says he's following Tom Brady. No, you can follow Tom Brady, but stay with your team. I'm still a lowly Dolphin.
We're negotiating the change of headsets with Associate Head Coach Justin Pekka and DeCarlo DeVoe. It's going smoothly. So before we talk basketball, you and DeCarlo had a smack talk football, huh?
Yeah, he likes to try to talk junk. He's a Dolphins fan, unfortunately. I'm on the Bucs bandwagon, so I can talk.
Let's talk about this men's basketball team on a roll. Some big wins.
Yeah, we're winning some games, making some shots. Looks pretty good.
Now, we're not coaches by any stretch, but earlier in the season, both of us recognized you guys were so deep at guards, and that has been so much fun to watch the guard play so far this year.
Yeah, we've had a lot of different guys step up. Brian Williams has been playing big off the bench.
I saw he missed a 3 the other day, though.
It was rare, yeah. He's been making everything, it seems like. But he's been coming off the bench and being a really good spark for us. DeAndre Harvey also doing the same, and
Micah Brown's
been shooting the ball well.
Derek, Defensive Player of the Week. Derek Felder.
He almost had a triple-double the other day.
Yeah.
He's been playing well.
Wow, so you got to like that. But your inside game has been efficient as well.
Yeah, Tyson Lato's been playing well, getting better every game. We're asking a lot from him as a freshman.
Yeah.
But he's playing really well, and Martin obviously is just a tough guy all around. So
now you don't overlook games, but we noticed in the men's game and the women's game, you guys have winning records. Rollins brings in losing records, but the women found out immediately that Rollins came here to play.
Yeah, Rollins on the men's side I can speak to. They are very good. They almost beat Nova the other night. They were up most of the game. They beat Barry. They're really good. So the record doesn't mean much, especially this year with COVID. You have the scores are crazy because guys are missing from games.
You can't get a good gauge, right?
No. You have to really watch them and see who's playing and who's not. And if you look at our games, I mean, our last couple of wins, those teams were missing players too. So, it's.
But you guys have been healthy, and that's probably one of the main reasons things. Yeah.
Knock on wood. We have a few guys right now in the COVID protocol, but luckily no starters. So.
Okay.
We're full steam ahead. That's one of the benefits of having such a big roster. People made fun of us early on for carrying 19 guys, but we'll probably, knock on wood, never have to forfeit with that many guys.
Yeah, definitely. I got to bring this up. The coaches coming into today's game have about 8 decades of basketball college head coaching experience.
Yeah. Today in the scout, Coach put in an out-of-bounds play that we haven't seen this year, but he said, I've played against Coach Klusman for 40 years, and I know he's going to run this play. So he just pulled some random play out of his hat. But they know each other inside and out. They've been battling forever, and they're legends in the league, that's for sure.
I mean, 40 years both at the same school.
Yeah, it's unheard of, right?
I mean, 40 years coaching is amazing.
Yeah.
Same school, more than amazing.
It's insane.
Wow. Who do we look for from Rollins tonight?
Number 0 is really good. Hunter, I don't even know the names. I'm a numbers guy. Number 0 is really good. I know Kyle Marion, number 3, is also really tough. Those are 2 leading scorers, averaging 18 a game. They can all shoot. They're going to do a lot of back doors, a lot of slips. They play zone, so you'll see a lot of threes from us probably.
Okay.
So we need to make shots.
But, it's contagious, though, if you make shots.
Yeah.
Brian comes off the bench, hits him.
A couple guys start making them, and you're right.
Mike has been hitting them.
Yeah.
Probably glad to be home. He had a couple days on the road.
Yeah, it's nice to be home, a lot easier, and then we go to Barry on Saturday. So.
All right, we'll let you get ready for the game.
Yeah, thanks,
Coach.
Everything good with you?
You bet. Oh, Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year,
we can still say the first time
day.
we've seen each other.
Yeah.
For the New Year weekend. Okay.
All
right. Happy New Year to everybody. Associate Head Coach Justin Pekka. We'll be back for the second half in about 5 minutes. And we are back. We apologize. Our computer died on us just before the end of the first half. Andre feverishly. Did you run to Radio Shack to get parts or what? How did that go?
and as I just mentioned, I mean, you can tame birds, fowls, all type of animals on this earth, but sometimes it's very hard or nearly impossible to tame technology.
What you've missed is the Spartans had a lead at halftime and still have a lead here in the second half. 43-31. 4:40 to go in the third quarter. Tampa has outscored Rollins 7-6 this quarter. Ball knocked away and finally stolen. That's Westerfield. Off to the side to Lean, and she traveled. Tried to get a running start to put the move on Gusto.
Yeah, as I mentioned, I mean, Rollins may be down, but she seems like one of the strong catalysts for this team. She plays with a lot of heart and emotion and energy out there. She has a strong will, but nevertheless, I hope that it succumbs to this UT Spartans pressure.
She has 12, leading scorer in the game. 5 of 9 on field goals, 2 of 3 from deep. If you're wondering if there's a telling statistic at this point in the game, I would say it's the 3-pointers. Sullivan couldn't get it to go, fights for it, gets the rebound, back up, no good, right ponder, under the basket, but traveled.
Looked like UT were playing tip it to each other for a second.
Just couldn't get it to go. To me, the telling statistic, both teams have hit 4 3-pointers at this point. But the Spartans are 4 of 8. They've been efficient. Rollins is 4 of 17, 23%.
Yeah, I think because of their injuries and lack of size, it seems like they're living and dying by the 3.
Yeah.
But based on percentage, they're just hanging on, for dear life.
Well, they're 11 of 39 from the floor, and Abney hits that one for Tampa. It will go down as a 2, gives her 10 for the day. First Spartan to reach double digits. She is the leading scorer on the team. Westerfield launching a 3. No good. Fighting for it is right ponder. Foul, I think a reach over the back by Pluvios. Spartans send Terry Battle in for right ponder, and Audrey Ramsey coming in for Tampa for Kayla Bonilla.
Nice rotations. Give the starters a rest and bring in some subs to where there's hardly any drop off.
Little backcourt pressure. Ramsey to Gusto, trots over the mid-court line. Spartans by 14, biggest lead of the game. Abney drives, fakes, back out. Sullivan fights for the ball, controls it, finds Ramsey, back to Sullivan, drives the lane, up and in, and she's fouled.
I'll tell you this, with this weave offense, and you have Abney and Sullivan, two players that are very well creative and capable off the dribble. They're tough to stop. They're getting a lot of opportunities. Sometimes it's not what the defense give them, it's what they create and take.
Sullivan now with 9 points on the day.
Sure to be in double figures real soon.
Averages 12-3. No Rollins player in double figures. They've got a couple around 8 to 9. Sullivan with the rebound. Believe it or not, I was going to say Gusto is the leading rebounder with 7, but Wright Ponder now with 11. She's very close to getting a double-double with 7 points, 11 boards right now.
Yeah, that'll be a nice accomplishment for her to keep, to have another double-double, as she's a mainstay in that post for the Spartans women.
Gusto to the free throw line, her first of the day, and she hits it.
She's been playing with such good positive energy as of late, and it's carrying over into greater team success.
Spartans as a team, 75% from the free throw line. Gusto is an 81% free throw shooter.
Right. I think in the beginning of the season, it took her some time to figure out what it is I have to do. What's my role? How do I make this team better? And now that she has it figured out, she's playing with such poise and confidence.
Rollins weaving up top, 6 on the shot clock. Tassant inside, drives the lane off the glass, no good. Sullivan with the rebound. Ramsey up court. Slaloms her way over to the right side. Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter, 50-31. Biggest lead of the game for Tampa. Abney, free throw line, lobs it into Sullivan, backs it off, doesn't hit the shot.
I'll tell you this, she didn't hit that shot, but she looked like a female Charles Barkley
she moved her out of the way.
Yeah, she did. Strong.
Newsom, she doesn't hit it, and it goes out of bounds. It will be Rollins' ball.
I don't think Abney realized that Sullivan had blocked it, or else she could have got a rebound. She didn't realize it until too late. But nevertheless, set your defense, Spartans, and let's get a rebound or a steal.
Spartans bring in freshman number 35, Rory O'Hara, a 5'10 freshman from Fort Thomas, Kentucky. One of her first chances to get in today, or this season, I should say. Drive, no good. Tipped, battle with the ball. I tell you, Maya Gusto is going to have to ice herself down because she's been on the floor about 20 times today.
Yeah, she's giving it up. I'm going to suggest to her dad that he buy her some pads.
Ramsey, Gusto, tipped away, goes out of bounds, and they say it's off her.
Wow, tough break. I tell you this, the lady from Kentucky, I got to ask her because it's either one or the other. Either you're a Cardinal or you're a Wildcat.
Yeah.
You can't be both.
Nope. It's the first time this year we've seen her on the court, O'Hara. Long three, wide right. Almost a steal. Abney controls.
I tell you this, the coaching staff, Caitlin and Coach Jesse, must see some great promise and strides in her to put her in the game.
Gusto with a little Marcus Haynes for us.
Yeah, she plays with such flair.
Abney, nice jumper. Just kind of backed her down a little bit and hit the free throw line jumper.
Right.
And that is the end of the quarter. Spartans with a 21-point lead, biggest lead of the game, a 16-6 run here in the third quarter. We'll step out. You're watching the game on TampaSpartans.tv. As we get ready to start the fourth quarter, we're underway. Bonilla with the ball for Tampa, guarded by Swartz. That is Rory O'Hara. This is game number 10 for O'Hara this year. Meaningful minutes, though, coming in the third. Ramsey, jumper, good. Audrey Ramsey knocks down her 7th point of the day and a 23-point lead. This is kind of where we thought this game might go, but Rollins made a nice run in the first quarter and actually led 15-11.
Yeah, but you know, Coach Jesse and Caitlin, they got those horses all fed up and ready to run, and here's the result now, 54-31 lead.
Rollins had lost its last 4 games by 20-point margins, so we're there again. Abney with a step-back jumper, and it's a 25-point lead.
Yeah, poetry in motion, very smooth, very methodical, very confident and consistent in her play.
That's 14 for Aaliyah. Her average this year, 13-4.
And I tell you this, I mean, being such a good athletic program, you know, with their basketball, you know, I kind of feel for Rollins,
yeah,
you know, being on this downslide. But I'll tell you this, I don't want to be the team that they rebound against, you know, to get that win to break their losing
Spartans
streak.
still have to go there.
Right.
We're in the first half of the SSC schedule. 11 teams in the conference, so they play each team twice. 20-game conference schedule, so there's 10 teams you're playing.
Yep, some of this mock pressure just to run 5 to 10 seconds, off the shot clock.
Bonilla. Terry Battle. That's Ramsey now with 7 points. Looks inside. They come off her. She goes inside to Abney. Can't get it to go up, but is fouled with the shot clock going off.
Yeah, she was very aware of how much time she had to shoot. She made a very quick move and got fouled. Now she's the result of shooting 2 free throws. But
Aaliyah Abney at the line.
it's the first of 2, taking her point total up to 15.
So Abney comes out. Danielle Delano in for Abney. Abney with 15, might be done for the day.
Yeah, very well-deserved rest nonetheless for her.
Bonilla almost out-hustled, and the Spartans do get the ball.
Good heads-up play by Bonilla, part of her senior leadership.
The lead is 27.
And counting.
Yeah. Ramsey back out. O'Hara, free throw line jumper, knocks it down.
Once again, the freshman from Kentucky with a nice mid-range jump shot on from the left elbow.
That's her first field goal of the year. She had a couple free throws.
Good-looking shot. It seems like she's done it 1,000 times before.
Yep. Just like a lot of hoopsters in Kentucky.
I'll tell you this, we went to Owensboro and Paducah, Kentucky when I was a high school baller in Miami.
Yep.
For a high school tournament, and I would tell you this, Jack. Every house we passed by, either if it wasn't a basketball rim, it was an old bike rim or milk crate with the bottom broken up, some type of rendition of a basketball hoop in every neighborhood at every house.
O'Hara bounces in into Battle. Battle off the glass, no good. Rebound Prada. 6:50 to go in the game. Spartans by 26. Long three, no good. Battle rebounds. 3 boards now for Terry Battle. O'Hara, triple team, finds Battle to O'Hara, loads, won't fall. We turn it around and come back the other way. Prada for 3, no good.
Yeah, I think Rollins has gone in desperation mode. They're going to just shoot a lot of threes up right now.
Well, they are now 12 of 50 from the field. The Spartans are 24 of 50, almost 50%. 3-point field goals. They are now 6 of 23. Spartans 4 of 8, or 5 for 23, I should say.
Wow.
Spartans are 4 of 8.
Tough break for Delano picking up the offensive foul on the dribble drive move. The defender was there. She should have stopped and popped, but I guess she wanted to challenge the defense.
Top of the key. Newsom pounds the dribble, goes to the side, finds Prada. She skips it back out, gets it to Thompson, and a foul on the drive.
I think that's on the freshman O'Hara.
They're calling it on Battle.
Okay.
Thompson hits the first, the lefty.
Yeah, with the face mask on, it was hard for me to play with a mouthpiece, Jack. Is much less anything on my face. So I guess it's out of necessity, but I'm glad I never really needed one.
Thompson is a 6'3" freshman. 3 other 6-footers on the team not available to play today for Rollins.
Yeah, I was talking with Coach Wilkes a little bit ahead of before the game, and you know, he mentioned some of the woes with coming from this COVID era as a lot of other teams were affected, but it was hard to develop and get some of the players as far as recruitment that you wanted, but nevertheless, here we are.
Almost halfway through the fourth quarter. Spartan lead is 25. Runner in the lane, blocked by Delano, and they called her for the foul.
Ooh. Kind of a delayed reaction from the official. Nevertheless,
Well, I'll tell you this. The official from the back, it looks like a foul. The official seeing it from the front would not have called it.
Right.
First free throw down for Lean. Hits them both.
Well, she took full advantage of the opportunity. Some mock pressure by Rollins. Kick it to the middle. Get it to, well, it's broken.
Bonilla to Delano. Picked from Battle. Did they get Battle on the, nope. Foul was called on Newsom, her third. And this is I think this is the under 5 timeout, so we'll step out as well. You're watching right here on Sunshine State Digital Network and Tampa Spartans.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Casual. passes that many times, you have a lot of room to get rebounds.
Right. Aaron Antosh comes in for Tampa. Terry Battle will get a rest.
And what's good about the Tampa attack is, as I mentioned before, there's such a large influence on shooting the three. However, they have done most of their damage from 17 feet and in.
Yeah.
You know, the mid-range game is still deadly.
Tampa with 16 points in the paint, but as you mentioned, some of it's been from the red zones there.
Right.
Just inside the arc, but not in the lane.
Good mid-range jump shooting team, and I'm sure that's part of Coach Jesse and Caitlin's philosophy as far as attacking the defense.
If Tom Jesse will find something, he'll find 15 turnovers to just 8 for Rollins. Ramsey with a little scoop, won't go.
Nice move.
Driving down the lane is Heredia. Skip pass. Stolen by Delano.
Beat her to the spot. Good defense. She's hustling her butt off. I just hope she gets a scoring opportunity just to reward her.
Yeah, well, she hasn't taken the shot. Does she have a shot today?
That layup attempt in the first half, I remember.
Yeah, it says 0 for 2. Under 2 minutes left in the game. Spartan lead is 23. Remember, men's game coming up about 7:30. Tampa against Rollins. Tampa on a 3-game winning streak. You heard Justin Pekka mention, the associate head coach, that the Spartans with a big win at Florida Tech and then just got past St. Leo. He said we were kind of the opposite of the women's game. They trailed by 29 and came back and won. He said we had a 20-point lead and found us holding on at the end.
Right. I think it resulted in an 8-point win. But nevertheless,
they never gave up the lead, but
no.
St. Leo kept whittling away.
St. Leo was, how could I put it? They're scrappy because they had some injuries and, you know, they were out of sync, but they really scrapped their way back in that game. But that was definitely a good road win by the Spartans men.
Jumper no good, rebounded out of bounds, and it will be Rollins' ball. Into the Spartan lineup is Silvia Ferreros from Spain. Played at University of Maryland, Baltimore County before transferring. She's guarding right now. Minute and a half to go. Shot clock to 9. Looking to go inside, can't. Go back outside. Pluvios missing. Antosh fights for it, loses the ball. Heredia back up. She misses. Still fighting for it. Taken away by Delano.
I tell you this, having another player from Spain is probably a good sign for this team because several years ago they had Elena De Alfredo,
she was so talented.
Yeah, still is. Very talented person. She right now resides, and works in the St. Petersburg, Florida area. And she still coaches and trains basketball, and the people that she touches, she always helps to make them better. So kudos to Elena De Alfredo.
She usually makes a game or two.
Oh, yeah.
And I tell you what, she sat in with us a couple times doing broadcasts, and if she wants a career as a color commentator, she'd be good at that too.
Yeah, she definitely knows and loves the game of basketball, and I think she's the type of person that anything that she touches, she's going to make it good or better.
Spartans will run the clock out. Shot clock is dark, and a foul called by Alfieri. Probably no reason to really foul, but she did.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure her name gets in the box score.
I know, right? and about 14 seconds to try and get a shot off.
Ramsey misses that one. Spartans will go to 16-3, 7-1 in conference play. 2 more games this round of conference play after this. The Spartans are at Barry on Saturday for a 2 o'clock game. Men's game at 4. 5 seconds to go. Air ball on the way. They save it into the hands of Delano, and the clock runs out. And the Tampa Spartans pick up a 65-39 win. Got a little scare coming out of the blocks when they trailed 15-11 at the first quarter, but then they did a 25-10 second quarter, a 16-6 third quarter, and a 13-8 fourth quarter for a 65-39, 26-point win. Recapping some of the scoring, Westerfield leading Rollins with 12, 8 points for Newsom, 2 for Tassant. Lean with 8, Thompson picked up a point, Swartz with 3, Pluvios with 5 to round out the scoring. Rollins, tough night, shooting 12 of 58, 21%, 5 of 28 from the three-point line. The Spartans, they were led by Aaliyah Abney with 16, Audrey Ramsey with 10, Maya Gusto with 10. Also, Kayla Bonilla with 5, Wright Ponder with 7 and 11 rebounds. Malia Sullivan 9, Terry Battle with 2. Rory O'Hara picking up a bucket, and Aaron Antosh with 4. Spartans shooting 50% from the floor today, and 4 of 8, 50% from the three-point line. Men's game coming up. Spartans go to 16-3 and 7-1 in conference play. Rollins falls to 4-9 on the season and 1-7 in conference play. For DeCarlo DeVoe, this is Jack Ike saying thanks for joining us. We'll be back in about 30 minutes.